You got to show the young guys. The young guys got to follow the lead, you know. And I've always believed that your team's as good as your senior leadership and your older guys, and then the young guys following. And when you get that great dynamic, you get a chance to be really special.
Were there any guys that you noticed that picked up that leadership?
Well, I thought Ayuk had a really good week. I mean, in my group, I'm talking Frank Darby always brings the energy, you know, and Kyle is always steady. But I thought, our two outside guys had really good weeks.
When you go into a bye week after 2 consecutive losses, is it kind of tempting to maybe try to like reinvent the wheel and just try to do things that are so different than they were the last 2 losses?
No, I don't think so. I think what you got to do is you got to fix what you're doing wrong and just play better. You know, I don't think it's a matter of inventing anything other than playing better and being better at the details of the game and then making the plays when they got to be made on Saturdays.
I know blocking down the field is one aspect of wide receivers that does get overlooked. You've been pleased what you've seen not only in the last 2 weeks, but the entire season?
Yeah, I mean, that's something for me. You know, I'm a blue-collar guy. That's who I've been my whole life. That's how I was raised. So it's been nothing more than blue-collar effort on the outside for me. I mean, that's all I know. So, you know, we stress that every day. And, getting your nose dirty and getting in there and getting after it. And they've done that. I mean, I'm not at all displeased with the way we block. It's just, it's more effort than anything. And if you give great effort, you get a chance to make blocks.
When you watch USC on defense, and they have a game like they have against Oregon, which is obviously an anomaly compared to what you saw before that, is it almost like you don't spend that much time on Oregon because it is Oregon, and maybe try to spend more time on when they actually played better early in the year?
No, I think what you just saw a team that Oregon was hot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like any game, football, basketball game, somebody gets hot and they can run you out of the gym, and I think that's what happened. They just kind of got on a roll. They couldn't get it stopped. But great respect for USC. They look like USC that we see every year. You know, tremendously talented up front. I mean, very talented, and a lot of really skilled athletes.
You talked a few weeks ago just about the talent of your young receivers that you have, and what are some of the biggest things that you want them to maybe learn just from adversity and in this moments for their future?
Well, that's a great game of football. I mean, football presents you all different kinds of options, you know, and not all of them are fun. And that's why the game is unmatched, and what it teaches you along the way. That when you get knocked down and you face a bump in the road, or you lose a couple, what way are you going to go? How are you going to respond? And I always tell the guys, if you respond negatively to that situation, you got no chance down the road. So we got to get back up and we got to correct what's wrong and just play better.
So you've had a lot of experience in the past just developing quarterbacks as well. And Herb talked about yesterday, Jaden being the centerpiece. That's key in order to building any sort of program. With your receivers growing with him, how would you assess the sort of same thing in that building process?
Well, good. I mean, I've said before. I mean, these guys got a chance to grow together, and that's the really special part. Brandon and Kyle been gone, and Frank's an older guy, but with our young receivers and the talent we have there, the 3 young guys that are playing, and then the group that is going to join us here. I mean, they've got a chance to really build a unique chemistry, and that's really what it's all about. I mean, when you got a chance to spend 3 or 4 years together, and you can build something special.
Coach, to piggyback off that too, I mean, Rob and Herb talked about obviously Jaden's leadership, but everybody has different, ways of leading. But I mean, Jaden just bouncing off, like you're saying, guys like Kyle, guys like guys like Frank. How do you feel that's helped develop? I mean, his leadership and them kind of like playing off each other in that way.
Well, I think anytime a young quarterback has older players around him, it helps him kind of learn how it should be done. Every young quarterback, that's a unique quality to have. Just the top. I mean, the most vocal leadership when you're young. Sometimes that's just a learned process that you go through, but you learn from older guys. And he's learning from some quality leaders. And a guy like Kyle Williams, I mean, it's just steady. There's just nothing else to say. He just is the same guy every day. If you can't learn from that example, you're not looking.
When you enter the home stretch of the season, do you stress the seniors like Kyle and like Brandon? You got 4 more games at least left here. You really have to make the most of it. Are you try to light a fire underneath them, or actually do you see the seniors actually this time of year stepping up because of that same element?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're always, as a coach, I mean, like, one of my big MOs is I, bring a lot of passion and do things the right way, and there he is, trying to photobomb me. But, if you can't come out on the field with passion, it's hard to expect your players to have great passion, and that's always kind of been my mindset as a coach. And, I could be 80 doing this, and if I felt like I didn't come out with great passion, I'd feel like I let my players down. So, first and foremost, I got to set the example, and then they got to follow the lead. And then we got guys that care about winning, and they care about the game of football, and they love playing. And if you got that mix, you want them to show them other guys, say, man, this is the way it's done.